Hey there, this is Lunch with Hirok, and today's topic is types of protein. So it's a little bit more than that, so I'm going to try and cover a few things. If you find this of advantage to you, if you find this of value to you, please share it with your friends and family, and let's get people healthy and have a long, fulfilling life and cut down on medical costs, of course. So let's have a look at what types of proteins there are. Firstly, there are many types of proteins, so we'll start off with first is meat. Meat such as red meat, okay, which is bison, beef, lamb, things like that. They are a little bit harder to digest as we get older, yeah, and we need to chew longer, and they are not as bioavailable, and you need to have it in smaller pieces, all right. Second, poultry. Poultry is good for you too. Hi Mei Ling, welcome on board. Third one is fish. Fourth one is pork. Fifth is dairy such as milk, yogurt and cheese. Hi Loki, welcome on board. Fifth is eggs. Sixth is soy. Seventh is chlorella. Eighth is spirulina, and ninth is hemp. Hi Hoyen, welcome on board. So today I was about to speak about the types of proteins, but then I realized that the amount of information is quite low. But I will cover this in a much more varied and much more in-depth way tomorrow for Lunch with Hirok. So this time I'm going to tell you a little bit more about how proteins work, all right? So proteins do two things. One thing, it triggers, it does two things. It triggers the hormone glucagon. Now glucagon is not a sugar, it's a hormone. Glucose is a sugar. Glucagon is a hormone. Now, if you eat too much protein, it also triggers a hormone called insulin, all right? So, protein will trigger two types of reaction. If you consume protein in smaller amounts, like 3 to 6 ounces, it will trigger the protein called, hormone called glucagon. But if you consume larger amounts like 8 to 12 ounces to 14, 16, 20 ounces of protein, you will trigger the hormone insulin. So what is the difference between the two? Firstly, insulin makes you fat. All right, insulin makes you fat. Secondly, glucagon helps to break down fat. So it's a fat burning hormone. So if you eat protein in smaller amounts over a long period of time, you will get all the protein needs for the day, and because it is not triggering the hormone insulin and triggering the hormone glucagon, it will help you to burn fat. This is how it works. But there's another study which says that, oh, this is a myth, but actually it is not. If you consume protein throughout the day as if you are grazing, you will only trigger the hormone glucagon. But if you are eating large amounts of protein in one meal or two meals, you will trigger the hormone insulin. So how do you prevent this from happening? So the main thing that we do to prevent this from happening is to consume fats before we consume the meat. So when you consume fats, it doesn't trigger insulin, but your body gets ready to process the fat, and in the process also processes the proteins, and this will help you prevent the triggering of insulin, okay? So this is what I've covered. Okay, so again, we go back to the types of proteins, right? So what is the best protein that you can have? Hello, Auntie Aruma, welcome on board. The best protein that you could have is what we call organ meats. Organ meats are made from liver, heart, and kidneys, all right? They are more nutritious than vegetables because they have all your vitamins, all your minerals in these organ meats. In German, they're called liverwurst, Liverwurst, okay? But it's very hard to get the clean ones because you're eating organ meats. They tend to be very dirty because the blood and all that can become decayed and things like that. So you need to have fresh organ meats made on the spot in front of you or something like that. It'll be better for you. So you need to try and get it from grass-fed ones. For people who eat beef, you're looking at cow, bull, buffalo, bullock, liver, heart, and kidneys, all right? And it has to be fresh. Again, you don't need too much. You only need about 3 to 6 ounces. This will be best for you. Second one is fatty fish, such as salmon, all right? Salmon is good for you. Salmon, mackerel, and sardines. But again, if you're going to eat salmon, you have to make sure that it is organic salmon. Organic salmon tends to be red in color, not orange in color. It only turns orange or pinkish orange when you heat it up in a pan or skillet or grill it. So non-GMO salmon is good for you. If you are not able to get salmon, of course you will jump to mackerel or you will jump to sardines. That's better for you. Third type of proteins which is good for you is eggs. But they have to be pasture-raised eggs. Pasture-raised eggs, not free-range eggs, because pasture-raised eggs basically means that the chicken is running around in the field. That's pasture-raised. Fourth is beef. Okay, beef is better than chicken or pork. And fifth is pork, and you need to make sure it's organic pork. Sixth is chicken or turkey. You can already see here, chicken and turkey is lower down in the range of proteins which are good for you. Seventh, and the last one, is protein powders. But you need to get grade 7 protein powders. And again, you need to make sure that your protein powder is not soy protein powder. Why? Because when you consume protein powder, all that protein jumps into your system very fast. So basically what happens is it will trigger insulin. So what you need to do is when you consume protein powders is to mix it with MCT oil. MCT is medium chain triglycerides, and MCT oil is only one type, and that is coconut oil. Make sure it is the raw, virgin, cold pressed, organic coconut oil. Please don't use refined coconut oil. Although it can be used, it's not so good for you because they have already heated up the oil. And I'll just add one more thing into here, and that is coconut oil is like olive oil. They are low temperature oils. If you want to use oil for cooking, I have just found out a new one. You need to use something called Macadamia Cooking Oil or safflower cooking oil or grapeseed cooking oil. Now the thing is, macadamia is the most expensive, but fortunately macadamia is the best for you. And I will show you tomorrow a skillet that I'm using for cooking, which is, you won't believe it, it's non-stick. Wow, it's not your normal non-stick, all right? It's a non-stick, which you don't need oil. I'm surprised, I'm completely surprised how it works, but it really works. And I don't want to use an air fryer either. Very hard to clean up air fryers. Okay, thank you for watching. If you found this of interest, found this of value, please share it with all your friends and family. And may this help you on your journey to fitness, health, and wealth. The wealth is, of course, in living long and healthy and being mobile, not in a bed. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching Lunch with Hirok. See you. Bye-bye.